cubic polynomial equation is given, has three roots. By expanding it can be written like this. Okay, so these are all general, you can say, conceptual points. Let's say if I have a quadratic polynomial. So quadratic polynomial having roots alpha and beta is written like this: x minus alpha, x minus beta is equal to 0. If we are not writing equal to 0, it will be just a polynomial. So similarly, if a polynomial, if it is cubic, x1, x2, x3 are the roots, so it can be written like this. Now show that the value of b is this, c is this, and d is this. Okay, so what you have to do in this question, it is just a laborious task to be done, nothing innovative in this question. You have to just multiply these brackets, and then you have to compare the coefficient with the given quadratic cubic polynomial. Okay, by just comparing the coefficients, you will get the value of a, b, c. So there is nothing difficult in this, but yeah, it may take some time. So just give that a try, and whenever you give it a try, if you get stuck, you can ask it. You can just put it in the group only. Okay. So maybe I'll put a voice note, or if required, I'll put a proper solution. It is
So
given.
what did you mean with the x minus alpha, x minus beta thing over there? So after we expand it, then
Okay, when we expand it, we get it like this. That
yes,
is
sir.
just a way to write a quadratic polynomial.
Okay.
Okay, similarly, I was just telling you that this is how we, means you might have seen this thing for quadratic, because that quadratic is covered in grade 10 also. Okay, but
Yes,
cubic
sir.
is not covered to that extent. So the same logic is applied for cubic. We need to just multiply. After multiplying, let's say if I multiply and I got this for quadratic. Okay, so ax square plus bx plus c. If I compare, then by comparing, I can see that the value of a will be 1. The value of b will be negative alpha plus beta, and value of c will be alpha beta. Okay, this is just like an analogy. Okay, that this is how you have to try this question. Okay, exactly in the same manner. Second part of the question is, it is given that b is negative 9, c is 45 for parts b and c below. In the case there are three roots, form an arithmetic sequence, show that one of the root is 3. Okay, now what you have to do, they have given us the value of b and c. Okay, look above. B and C, we have these two values. Okay, so from there, if they're saying that if it is forming an arithmetic sequence, what is the meaning of arithmetic sequence? If x1, x2, x3 are forming arithmetic sequence, then I will say x2 minus x1 will be equal to x3 minus x2, and that will give me twice of x2 is equal to x1 plus x3, and that will give me x2 is equal to x1 plus x3 by 2. The last step what I have written is optional, but you should know when there are three terms, they are in AP arithmetic sequence, we can write like this. Okay, so this is what you have to do in the second part, and hence you can determine the value of D. If you will get x1, x2, x3 values by three equations, okay, then you can definitely get the value of D also. Okay, so this is just a question which you have to give it a try. If anyone gets stuck in these steps, you can definitely ask. Third part I'm leaving because it is just, they're saying that in case the three roots form a geometric sequence, then determine the value of D. Okay, determine the value of D is just behind me, my video. Okay, so that also you can just try, and then we'll discuss. In this question, the sum of first two terms of geometric sequence is 7. The sum of first six terms is 91. In this question, I don't think I have to give any hint. It is very straightforward question. Please try both the questions. If there is any doubt anywhere, you can ask. Okay. Medicine and Rajveer, in your type of questions you can expect for log, like this is an equation based question. We have to eventually get the value of x by using the property of log.
So can we take the logs on one side
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then do it?
definitely. We can take.
And so we can, so it'll be division, right? We can do log,
Yeah.
and because of the rule that if it's subtraction, then you can divide.
Yes, exactly. So the rule which Madison is saying is this: log A minus log B is log A by B. Okay. So that will be log of x square minus 4x plus 4 minus log of x minus 2, both having base 3. On the other side, I have 1. Okay. So on the left hand side, I can apply that property. So it will be x square minus 4x plus 4 over x minus 2. And this 1 can be written as log of 3 to the base 3. Okay. Either you can do this or you can take anti-log, whichever step you are comfortable with, you can go ahead with that. Okay. If it is
Yes, sir.
anti-log, then in case of anti-log, I'll just write it down over here. What will be the difference? So in anti-log, the next step will be this same term, and that will be equal to 3 to the power 1, power to which base must be raised. Okay. So eventually you can see that if we are doing the other one, any of the method, we can directly now equate these two circles because both of them are log, both of them have base 3 and they are equal. So if they are equal, so it is possible only when x square minus 4x plus 4 upon x minus 2 is equal to 3. After this, I'm waiting for
So
the
I
answer.
think I think there's an easier way. Can you tell me if this is correct or not? Can I say it?
Yeah, circle this whole expression, this expression, you can assume it to be p. Okay. So what is written? Log of p to the base 3 is equal to 1. Because when we are doing anti-log, then we are not going to write like this. Okay. So then what is the meaning of anti-log? Anti-log means whatever is the base of this log, you have to raise it to the power of the other side number, whatever number is written on the other side. Okay. So that will be p is equal to 3 to the power 1. Now what was p? P was that encircled term. Okay. So that is how I can write in the next step. Now what Raghav is saying, that if you factorize the numerator, like in numerator we can see it is x minus 2 whole square. So x minus 2 will be cancelled. Okay. And that will give me the value of x as, I got the answer from, okay. So Raghav, what is the answer? You have
The
written
answer is
two
5. It's the
answers.
second one. It's the second one, 5.
Okay. I'll be waiting for others also to post the answer.
So this is the kind of question that comes for 5 marks, so this is the easy one.
This will come for 5 marks.
Okay.
It is the easy one only. That means this
Yeah,
is not
exactly, sir.
under the category of difficult question. Okay.
Yeah.
Now a very important point. If Raghav, let's say we are opting with the method what you said.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I'll tell you what will happen with that. Okay. There is one
Okay.
thing which we are ignoring in that. And if
Okay.
we don't mention the reasoning for that, marks will be deducted for it.
Okay,
Okay.
sir. Fine.
What I'm trying to say is it was x square minus 4x plus 4 over x minus 2, and that was equal to 3.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, step number 1 is that you simply write the numerator as x minus 2 whole square, and that is divided by x minus 2, and that is equal to 3. X minus 2 will
Yes,
be
sir.
cancelled, and x minus 2 is equal to 3. That will give me x is equal to 5.
Yes, sir.
Till here, it is not wrong, but it is incomplete.
Okay, sir.
Why? Because in such questions, whenever we are cancelling a factor, like eventually what did you do? You cancelled x minus 2.
Yes,
So
sir.
it could have been a potential answer that x minus 2, when you will equate it to 0, okay? So that will give me x is equal to 2, okay?
Okay.
This can be a potential answer which we have ignored,
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Before telling anything else, I want to solve it with the regular method and then we'll see the difference.
Okay, sir.
So if I just, let's say, send this x minus 2 on the other side, it will be x square minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 3x minus 6. That will
Yes,
give
sir.
me x square minus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. That will give me
Yes,
x
sir.
minus 2, x minus 5 is equal to 0.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, I understand.
Now what you have to understand over here is, you
I
simply
didn't get the
ignore
x
x
minus 2
minus
option
2.
here.
Okay. Everyone is getting my point?
Yes, sir, I understand.
Same thing, if you are cancelling the factor, you are getting only one value. The same thing, if you are cross multiplying it, you are getting two values. But the thrill is that answer is still x is equal to 5, x is equal to 2 will be rejected. You have to mention the reason for that.
Okay.
That is what we have to discuss. Okay, Raghav, if you will not write
Alright.
why you have rejected that, marks will be lost for that. Okay.
Okay, sir,
So
fine.
I will
Understood.
prefer not to go with this method. It is not wrong, but you will not be able to think in this way. Okay, it is
Yes,
difficult
sir.
for a student to think like this. If I am telling you, then you can think, but on your own, it will be very difficult. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so now the question is, why x is equal to 2 is not possible?
So because then our answer wouldn't be 3, it would be 0.
We could, but we
Okay.
have to take the better option. That's why we reject x equal to equals to.
Okay, I want to know reasoning from everyone. Okay, this is the very important part which we are discussing. Rest everything was very simple in the question. Okay, but this is something which will differentiate between students. Everyone will not understand this. Okay, please give
Sir,
the
could
reasons
you go
whatever is
back to
coming
the
in your mind. Yes, Rajveer, please say again.
No, I was just asking if you could go back to the question just to see.
Uh-huh. Look, this is the question. Let me take the question here also. A very fundamental step is hidden over here. Okay, and what is that fundamental step? Okay, I'll start with Rashawn. Rashawn, whatever is coming.
Even in the thing with itself, if you see that one, right? X square minus 4x plus 4x2. If that was 2 minus 2, that'd be 0. So then it won't work like that. But if it was 5, it would be 3. So it worked that way. So is that something?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yes, sir.
Actually, the reasoning what Raghav gave is correct, but I want you guys to think from log only. Like this was the algebraic expression from where it was easy to think that x is equal to 2 will create problem. It will create 0 in the denominator, hence 2 is not possible. Okay, but we can very easily observe in the log, we have a term in the question log of x minus 2.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, if
and
it was 0,
we
it would
have
be.
we have discussed that log of 0 to any base is not defined.
Hmm.
Okay, to any base is not defined. So if it is x minus 2, then it will be not defined. Okay, also log of negative number is not defined. So it means that the value of x minus 2 have to be greater than 0 and x have to be greater than 2 for this particular question to be correct. If x is not greater than 2, means this question itself is wrong. Okay, So because of that, this 2 will be rejected and x is equal to 5 is the only acceptable value. So this you have to give as a reasoning when you are rejecting x is equal to 2. If you simply ignore, some marks will be deducted for that.
So how would we write the reasoning?
Okay, the reasoning you can write that since it is log of x minus 2, so x minus 2 should be greater than 0. Whatever is there in the log, it is always greater than 0. So that shows that x is greater than 2. Now x is greater than 2 means x can never be equal to 2. It can be minimum 2.0000001. Okay, but it can't be 2. Okay, you need not write all that. You can just write that since x minus 2 is greater than 0, so x should be greater than 2. That's why x is equal to 2 is not possible. Okay, this is how you can write in the exam. So is this reasoning clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question which we can try will be this. Time allotted is 2 minutes. 2 minutes, you just give it a try. Try to write it in any form, whatever you understand, and then we'll discuss. Okay, look, now this question can be solved by two methods. First one is log for sure because we are into log, but the question is not asking that you have to use log. Okay, so please understand this thing. You can opt for a simpler method of your lower grades, which is indices. Okay, people also call it as indices, so whatever you call it is fine. Okay, so there are few properties of exponents, like if I have a to the power m to the power n, it is a to the power mn. Okay, I'll be using this property and then I will be showing you with the help of exponents, law of exponents. Okay, 25 can be written as 5 squared, so it will be 5 to the power 2 x square minus 2x. On the other side, I have 125 in the denominator, which is 5 cube, which comes up, which will be 5 to the power minus 3 times 4x plus 2. How many of you are clear with this step?
Yes, sir, I did that.
Fine. Now, you don't have to take log over here, but let's say if you want to show log also, you can take log on both the sides. So by the property of log, both the powers will come in front and eventually you will get only this much terms to be equated. Okay, so that will be twice of x square minus 2x is equal to minus 12x minus 6, 2x square minus 4x plus 12x plus 6 is equal to 0, and that will be 2x square plus 8x plus 6 is equal to 0, x square plus 4x plus 3, that will give me x plus 1, x plus 3 is equal to 0, and very comfortably I can get minus 1 minus 3. So once we get to the quadratic, it is not difficult, but before that, it was our choice whether we can go with log or exponents. Going with log was a difficult option, so not preferred, but it is still possible if you go with log. So
So I have a question.
yes, Rathi.
Quickly, how
Which we should remember is, you may also find that in your formula booklet, okay, but yeah, if you remember, that will be good. So the first one is sigma n. I'll explain everything that what is what. The other one is sigma n square, and the third one is sigma n cube. Okay, sigma stands for sum. So I'm doing sum of n terms, like when I'm writing n, so this n is an integer, okay, n is a natural number. So I can write like this, that the value of n is going from 1 to infinite, okay, or let's say it is going from 1 to n, that will be better. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 up to n, these are all integers. So when we open it, it looks like this, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to n. So you can see that this is like a proper arithmetic sequence, and we are writing n terms of this arithmetic sequence. So that will be equal to n plus 1 by 2. It is not required to write I is equal to 1 to n. That was just to make you clear that the values will start from 1, it will go up to n. And that is applied for all the 3 sequences. So what you have to understand over here is that this is the final result for sigma n. Sigma n is sum of n natural numbers. N natural numbers. Let me write that. This is sum of n natural numbers. Natural means it starts from 1 and they are all integers. Okay. Coming to n square is nothing but 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square. It will go till n square. Okay. And the value for that is n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. These are to be taken directly for granted. Okay, no need to get into the proof of anything. It will be waste of time. Okay, and the last one is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube. It will go up to n cube. That is n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Okay, there is one topic in maths which is called as mathematical induction. It is a useless topic. Okay, it is there in CBSE 11th grade. Okay, so most probably, like, I have to check, but it is not there in IB. Okay, but yeah, if in your school they will do, then I'll just give you a glimpse of that. But it is the
So that's
most
a 2, right?
useless. Huh?
So that's a 2, right? N bracket n plus
Yeah,
1 by
yeah, that
2.
is true. That is true. Okay, but that mathematical induction is the most useless topic. With that, we can definitely prove the correctness of these equations or these results. Okay, fine. So how we have to implement that in the question, I'll tell you. So let's say if I have a general term. Okay, before me starting the other thing, are you guys done with this? Have you written it?
Yes, sir.
Rishon?
So 1 second, so I'm just writing the last one.
Okay.
Yes, sir, done.
Okay, now let's say for a sequence they have given us the nth term, 4n plus 3, and they will say that find the sum of, okay, let me make it 4n square plus 5n plus 1. This is the nth term of the sequence, and they want us to find the sum of 100 terms. Okay, now what you're going to do for such case, please take it as a question. Okay, the steps which I'll be doing over here, it will be applied in all the similar type of questions. So first I will be writing like this, sigma Tn, where n is equal to 1 to 100. Okay, because wherever I was writing this n square, n cube, these were the nth term of the respective sequences. So over here the nth term is Tn, and that will be written as sigma 4n square plus 5n plus 1. This sigma limits will change from question to question. Right now it is n is equal to 1 to 100. Okay. Now the next step onwards, you need not write the limits for sigma. Okay, so how we will write? We can write like this: 4 times of sigma n square plus 5 times of sigma n, and the last one is sigma 1. Okay, just have a look at this step. If there is any doubt in understanding this, you can ask now only.
Yes, sir. Like, we don't need to know how they derived it, right? Or do we?
Yeah.
Do we need to know? We don't need to know.
No, we don't have to.
Okay, we
Now
just need to
what
know
is
that.
happening over here? What is happening over here? If you will put n is equal to 1 in this nth term, you will get 4 times of 1 square plus 5 times of 1 plus 1. Okay. If you put n is equal to 2, then you'll get 4 times of 2 square plus 5 times of 2 plus 1, and so on up till n. So instead of doing that, we have taken individual summation notation for all the terms, so that we can apply those results which we saw on the previous slide, and then we can get it easily. Is that clear? The one which I have written over here is not required, okay? But in the background, this is what we are doing, okay? Next step, 4. Now n square is what? n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6. I have directly used this result. n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6, okay? Next one is 5 times of sigma n. Sigma n is n plus 1 by 2. And the last one I would like to know from any one of you, sigma 1. What is the meaning of that? We haven't seen any formula for that. But you can just see the right hand side, what the two terms which I have written. It will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 for every term. So that will be written as sigma 1. What would I write in the end for it? Okay, when I say sigma 1, it means that for every term I'm adding this 1. Just look at this. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, how many times it will be?
100 times.
For this question, it will be 100. In general, it will be n. So I'll be writing sigma 1 as n for now. Okay. Let me write here only. Plus n. So this we have written for this one. Then this we have written for this one. And the last one is for sigma 1, we have written n. Okay. Look at the colors and then based on that, these are just expansions. Next step is we have to place the value of n as 100 because that is what is asked in the question. So I'll just place 100. 100 times 100 plus 1, 101. 201 because 2 times 100 plus 1, it will be 201 by 6. Calculators will be allowed, so need not worry on the calculation. 100 times 101 by 2, and lastly I have 100. No need to solve after this. Just look at the steps and see that how it is being written. Because after this, the next step will be by calculator. So that is not a big deal to solve. So are you guys clear with the application of those results? You need to show that D of the arithmetic sequence. So like you can see that this is a question of sequence series plus log. Okay. You may face such type of questions as well. So to find the value of D, I'll be doing U2 minus U1. So that will be log B to the base K minus log AB to the base K. AB, when I will expand using the property, it can be written as log B minus log A minus log B. All have same base K, so that I'll put it now. Log B minus log B will be cancelled, so I'll be left with minus log A to the base K. Okay, so at least we are done with D. If there is any doubt in this, any of this step, you can ask now. If you are done with this, then start working on part B. Okay, all are done with first part?
Yes.
Madison, Rajveer, Rishon. Anyone?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you will anyways find it on the previous slide also. Okay, let me remove it. That will be better. Now we will be working on the second part. They are saying that the value of A is K to the power 4. So A means I have to just work on U1 and U2 values. So I'll get a sequence, proper sequence. So log of K to the power 4, K to the power 16, and the base is K. K to the power 4 times K to the power 16 will be K to the power 20. So that will give me log of k to the power 20 to base k. I will apply the property of log, because of which this power will come in front. So that will be 20 log k to the base k, and that will be 20 finally. So the value of first term is 20. Second term is log of b. b is k to the power 16 and k. So I'm just directly writing it down now. So the value of u2 will be 16. Okay. u2 minus u1 will be minus 4. And I have to find the nth term un. Okay. Though they are asking sum of 10 terms, but try to do with this method. Okay. So un will be a plus n minus 1d. Okay. That is a is 20 plus n minus 1 times minus 4. That will be 20 minus 4n plus 4. It will be 24 minus 4n. We are done with our un value. I have to find sigma un. Sigma un will be sigma 24 minus 4n. Try to recall the previous question. We have to take individual sigma notations. So sigma 24. Sigma 24 can also be written as 24 times sigma 1 minus 4 times sigma n. Okay. Now
So how did
from
you get D as minus 4?
u1, u2 values, u2 minus u1.
Oh, okay. I got it. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. After that, I'm waiting for the answer. (24). Now this 1 plus 1 plus 1, it will go 10 times. So that will become 10 minus 4. Sigma n is n plus 1 by 2. N plus 1 by 2, then the value of n will be 10. So if you want, you can just write n over here also. And then in the next step, you can write the value of n as 10 in both the cases. 4 times 10, 10 plus 1, 11 by 2. And it will be 240 minus 110, 220. Answer will be 20. Okay, still just check it out whether it is coming out as 20 or not. Okay, so that is like sum of infinite series. So to find the common ratios, part A, it will be ln x cube over ln x to the power 9. That will be 3 ln x over 9 ln x. Ln, people also call it as ln. Okay, so if you want to call it as ln, it is fine. 3 ln x upon 9 ln x. Okay. 3 by 9 is also is equal to 1 by 3. That is a common ratio. And then the next thing is we need to find sum of infinite term for that sequence. Okay. Now the most important thing over there is, please notice, in the sigma notation, the limits are only for k. Okay. Can you guys see that? In the sigma notation, the limits are only for k. Means when I will just write few terms, I have to put k is equal to 1. So that will be 3 to the power 3 minus 1 ln x plus 3 to the power 3 minus 2. Okay, I'll call it as ln x. Ln x looks cool. Sounds cool. 3 to the power 3 minus 3 ln x. And then 3 to the power 3 minus 4 ln x. And so on. This will go up to infinity, and that is equal to 27. Okay. Now in all the terms, we have that ln x term. Okay, so I'll just write it down common. And then the real game will start within the bracket. If you look at the terms, it will be 3 squared plus 3 to the power 0 plus 3 to the power minus 1, and so on. It is going up to infinity. So it is quite easy to understand that this is an infinite sequence, geometric sequence, whose first term is 3 squared. Common ratio we have already obtained, it is 1 by 3, and it is going till infinity. So we can use the formula for sum of infinite terms of a geometric sequence. I'm just taking it on the next slide. Okay, so till here, is there anyone having any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, now the next thing is we have to use the formula for sum of infinite terms of a geometric sequence, which is a upon 1 minus r. Okay, so ln x is equal to a is 3 square, that is 9, and r is 1 by 3, that is equal to 27. 1 minus 1 by 3 will be 2 by 3. So ln x times 9 upon 2 by 3, 3 will come up, that is equal to 27. Ln x is equal to 27, 27 will be cancelled, so only 2 will be left. And ln means the base is e, so that x will be equal to e to the power 2. That is the final answer. Okay, this will be my final answer.